They're both phys ed teachers, and then I guess back then, I don't know if that's the same today, but my mother also taught English, and yeah, I think mostly English, and my dad taught science and math, I think, sometimes, so. Yeah.
So you booked the Dollhouse commercial. Fast forward maybe a bit to Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I'd be remiss if I didn't ask you about this movie that follows you to this day and will follow you for some time. What was getting that part? Was that a situation where you were reading alongside a bunch of people? Was it brought to you specifically as we want you for this part? Did you even have that much awareness of what the behind-the-scenes machinations were?
Well, the way it happened was, I was 22 or 21, I think, at the time. I knew Luke Perry. He was, like socially a friend, and he said, he was doing 90210 at the time, and he said, I've got this 3-picture deal with 20th Century Fox, and the first movie that we're making is this movie called Buffy the Vampire Slayer. And you would be so perfect as Buffy. And I went, oh, okay, well, I'm interested, And he goes, I'm going to make sure that they get you in and get you auditioned and stuff, because I just think you're really good for the part. So I went in and I auditioned, and then I went back and did it again, and I think I had probably 7 auditions, and then I got the part. So.
What was
I had to work for it.
7 auditions. I mean,
it was a lot of auditions.
A lot of people say that a lot of the work is the series of auditions that you go through to get to that role itself. But what was the experience like on set? What was the atmosphere of the set? Was it a bunch of people having fun and going crazy? Was it a little bit more controlled than that? What was it like?
Well, it was a normal production. We had a tight schedule and a budget, and big cast, and a lot of work to get done in a short amount of time. So it was very organized, and but we had a great time. The cast was really awesome. The crew was amazing. We all got along really well. We had a great time. It was rough. Like, we were shooting a lot of nights, and sleeping during the day, which is always a little challenging at times, but we had a great time. I had fun.
Appropriately vampiric schedule.
Yes, exactly.
Those microphones are getting very lonely. Like I said, I very much enjoy being lazy, so please get up to the microphones if you got questions. I can keep going all day, but none of you want that.
We'll say blah, 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 blah.
Now, on the set of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, that you were already friends with Luke. Were there people you became friends with on that set that, whether you're still friends with to this day, were there relationships that grew out of working together with folks?
Yeah, I actually just texted Luke because I heard he's shooting a show up here right now, so I thought maybe he might be in town. So I actually texted him and said, are you in Vancouver? We're still friends. I'm still friends with Paul Rubens.
Does Paul really text everyone on the birthday?
He does me. And I get a Christmas card every year.
That's the other thing that I've heard, is that you text everybody, you get some Christmas cards every year.
Mm-hmm. And then occasionally I don't get an April Fool's joke every year, because then I would, expect it. But every once in a while, like every 5 years or 7 years, he'll get me.
Yeah, I heard the unique pleasure of being on stage with Paul a couple of times this year, where he just hasn't done convention Q&As in years and years. And I just found him to be the most incredibly genuinely heartfelt kind of person. And you certainly know him way better than I do, having spent 45 minutes at a time with him twice. What was he like on set? Was he just
He was one of my favorite castmates. Absolutely. I mean, he's just cool. He's just chill. He's fun to be around. He's kind of quiet and shy, but he says funny things that just make you laugh. And I really had a good time with him. He's just a very, very loving guy. Yeah.
Speaking of lovely people, we have a lovely, wonderful person right here at the microphone.
You don't know me. I love Paul Rubens. That's wonderful.
Tip it down just a little bit.
I can.
There we go.
Okay. I was wondering who was the best kisser of all the men you kissed that we would know.
Best kisser of all the guys you kissed on screen. Not an uncomfortable question at all.
Oh boy, my husband's sitting right here. Oh my gosh.
Probably the best, but
It would be him.
him first, and then who else?
Wait, what?
And then who else? After your husband.
Him first, then Julius.
Oh my
I mean,
god.
kissing scenes are really awkward, right? They're not. I mean, people see the movie and they go, "Oh, this must have been a lot of fun." It's not really like that, is it?
It's awkward.
Yeah.
There's no way around it. I mean, it is awkward. Even the question is so funny. I'm not shy.
Kristy, can you please tilt your head 45 degrees to the left?
Doing an extreme close-up. Yeah.
More tongue, please. For the kids, more tongue, Kristy.
Okay, I have an easier one for you.
Okay. I don't kiss and tell. How about that?
Is there a role that you wanted that you didn't get?
Oh, is there a role maybe you went for that you didn't get that you wish you had?
Gosh.
And even if there isn't one of those, where maybe you went out for something and didn't end up getting it, and somebody else did, is there a part that maybe you wish that you had come across your desk, whether a superhero or?
I know there were many auditions that I had where I didn't get the part, where I might have been bummed, but I can't think of them off the top of my head. You know, it's been 38 years doing it, so I can't. I never really do. I think the reason why I don't remember or have one in my brain is because usually if I was up for something and really liked it and I didn't get it, I always accepted that and just sort of moved on. So I don't know. I don't really.
Is there a type of
like
role?
wasn't meant to be.
I mean, is there maybe a type of role that you wish you got to play so far that you haven't gotten to yet? You know, a particularly villainous kind of thing?
Or the grandma.
Well, it'd take decades and decades for us to get to the point where you can play that. The youngest, coolest grandma of all time.
Yeah, there you go. That would be fun. What kind of role? One thing I've never done is a Western. I would really love to do a
Do you
Western.
ride?
Yes, I ride.
So
I would also like to do a motorcycle movie. I ride motorcycle.
There we go. It'll be a trilogy.
So that would
You got a Western, you got a motorcycle movie, and then we just need a third thing where you ride something.
Exactly. So yeah, a Western would be fun, like a period piece Western. I think that would be
Do
cool.
you have any Western heroines that you look up to, that, you know, or maybe Westerns that you really like? Just movies themselves?
No, not off the top of my head, sorry.
Just horses and hats and guns.
Yeah, that would be fun. That would be super cool. I love horses.
Right ahead.
Hi.
I was wondering what the dynamic was between you and Rutger Hauer on set, because it looked like you were really tight on film, and I was wondering, like, off camera, were you guys that tight?
That tight. My relationship with him as a castmate or just working with him was really good, you know? I mean, we just, you know, kind of did our thing. Did our
You know,
thing.
you go into the office, and going into the office is saying lines and hitting remarks and going home.
Kinda, well, yeah, but, you know, Rutger is a very interesting dude and has a very,
He's got a kind of
he's Dutch.
enigmatic aura to him.
Yeah, and he's Dutch and he has a very quirky sense of humor, you know, so you have to kind of adjust and get used to it. And it's very charming and everything, but I mean, he was fine. I liked working with him, you know.
Thank you.
Yeah.
No Rutger Hauer dirt to be spilled today.
I can't think well, when we were doing a sword fight, and he was I didn't feel very safe with him. I was like,
Was
could
he
we use
maybe
the
a
double?
little bit too into it?
Yeah, he got a little too into the sword fight. I was like, I think we should use the double. I don't know how this is gonna go.
I don't want to get in the way of this process.
Yeah,
I just
he's
want to
happens in a moment, so.
Credit.
I was just wondering if you were ever approached, even for a cameo or guest role for the television series?
Oh, the TV show, the Buffy the Vampire Slayer TV show. Did they ever approach you to do a cameo or anything like that?
No, they didn't.
And frankly, you're still perturbed about it.
No, I'm not, actually. No, they didn't. But, you know, they didn't ask anybody from the movie to do it, so it's not, like, if they had asked Luke and Donald and a bunch of people and then not me, then it might be kind of weird.
Yeah.
But nobody did it, so it's okay, you know what I mean? And I honestly, a lot of people ask me, like, if I was upset, and it was 7 years after the film, so I was 22 when I did the movie, so for them to have me do this TV series, I would have been almost 30, and it was a whole new cast, and a whole new look, and a whole new thing, so it was, for me, I was excited that this character, this strong young girl, was going to be on TV every week for young girls to see. So that's what excited me about it.
Well, I've got to ask, did you actually watch the show more than just a couple of episodes? Did you follow it at all?
I didn't really follow it. I'm not, as I got older, I kind of stopped watching scripted TV. I got more into documentary stuff, but I did watch the very first episode, which was like a 2-hour movie of the week. Yeah.
So have you found yourself crossing paths with people from the TV show doing these conventions? You know, that kind of, you weren't on the show itself, but you find yourself, you know, crossing paths with people that have, you know, a sort of shared history with the property, I guess, as it were. Have you?
Yeah, I've at a few conventions. I've come across a few people from the TV series and met them, and you know, hung out, said hi. Yeah, like I actually did a panel one time with them, which was interesting. There was like 5 of them from the series, and then there was me. And the questions that were coming, someone asked a question to me, but it was really a TV series question. I was like, I don't know the answer to that. It was fun.
Ask them, they were here for 7 years.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know who that character is, you know, so.
Good.
For my generation, Buffy, your movie Buffy, was one of the first really strong young girls to be able to emulate and go out and kick butt. Do you ever think about what that movie started for girls that were watching it at that age? If that question makes any sense.
Yeah, I think it was important. That's why I'm saying, like, I'm glad that it became a series, because that character could live on and be a good role model. Like, I grew up with, you know, Pippi Longstocking and Bewitched and Wonder Woman and the Bionic Woman, and, you know, like, I had all those role models for myself, and so I thought it was great that Buffy, you know, came along, and I got to be a part of that and play that role. I thought it was cool.
Well, thank you very much for being that for me. I appreciate it.
Oh, you're welcome. It's nice to meet you.
All right, the microphone's going to get lonely. I have a couple more for you.
The microphone.
So, when you find yourself drifting away from watching scripted stuff, focusing more on watching documentary stuff, have you found yourself watching scripted stuff again now, or are you paying attention to much scripted stuff out there, or are you sticking to the documentary side of things?
I don't know. I watch things like The Deadliest Catch. You know, like I like Animal Planet and History Channel, and I like that kind of stuff. That's what I'm into.
Is it the, you know, the kind of, you know, thrilling aspects of something like Deadliest Catch? Is it that you're really like big history buff and you're into, you know, kind of?
I like to learn things. Yeah, something that'll like educate me and stuff. And I also, my husband will be the first to tell you, I'm the worst person to like go to a movie with, because I'll see like continuity problems, or I see a cut that's weird, or I see a sandbag in the background, or you're like, because I've been around it all my life, it's just it's hard to watch a movie for the first time. Like, I'm watching the experience rather than watching the actual story sometimes, you know?
Where you can tell, they flipped this shot because their wedding ring was on this.
Yeah, that kind of stuff is, yeah, takes me out of it, I guess, I don't know.
What are some of the things that you watched recently that really surprised you, really delighted you? Whether it's like a documentary miniseries or a show that you recently got turned on to. Anything in particular really jumped out at you that just really impressed you recently?
My son watches a lot of shows, and this Stranger Things show. He likes that, and so I watched that with him a few times. And
all right, what do you think?
I was very impressed by it. I thought the production value was really good, the music was great, the way they shot it was really neat, and the stories, I thought it was really good.
Well, bringing up, kids, as a bit of a media icon yourself, did growing up in the industry affect the way that you decided what you were going to let your kids watch? What you introduced them to at what ages? Is that something that you were really consciously thinking of? Or was it something that you kind of caught up to as you realized, oh no, maybe you shouldn't be watching something like Stranger Things at this age, or that kind of thing?
Yeah, I mean, we've always been really good about what's age appropriate for our son. It's never really been an issue, but he likes scary stuff and sci-fi. He loves sci-fi a lot. And he watches stuff that sometimes I cringe. I don't like horror movies, even though I've made them. I don't like shark movies. I've made 2 of those. I get scared really easily. It's the music. It's the understory that gets me.
It doesn't matter what's happening on screen. It's amping up your attention bit by bit. So I've got to ask: Has your son seen Buffy the Vampire Slayer? Has he seen the movie?
Yes.
And what was the verdict? What do you think?
Oh, he liked it. He liked it a lot. I think he liked Ferris Bueller more than Buffy, but I think he
a bit more for him to relate to.
Yeah, I don't know. He enjoys it. I don't know. You'd have to ask him if it's weird to watch me on something. I don't know. He's not here though.
We've got a few minutes left. I've got a couple more for you. Oh wait, no, we've got somebody at the microphone. No,
I can't see out there.
I just can't see out there because the lights are too good. Go for it.
I was wondering if there was an actor or actress that a lot of you passed away that you an actor or an actress now or in the past that you would love to learn from or act with.
So maybe just an actor or actress from now or in the past that you'd like to learn from or would have liked to work with, like you mentioned you're a fan of The Witch. Would you have wanted to work with Elizabeth Montgomery?
Oh yeah, I would love to have worked with Elizabeth Montgomery and Lucille Ball for sure, absolutely. And one of my favorites growing up was I just thought he was really cool and magical. Jack Lemmon. I was like, wow, that would be a great guy to work with. But I also got to work with a lot of great people over the years, like Burt Reynolds was one of my favorites. He was just amazing. Louise Fletcher from One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. She was my grandmother in Flowers in the Attic, and I just saw her at a Comic-Con a couple of years ago. We sat next to each other, so we hadn't seen each other since 1986. So it was really cool to hang out with her, and I just loved working with her. Such an amazing actor. So, there's a lot of them, for sure.
So I've heard that there's a new Buffy series coming out. Would you accept a cameo or walk on or anything like that if Joss came and gave you a phone call?
I guess so. I don't know. I don't even know if it's really true that it's happening, is it? I've heard them talk about it for the last 10 years, like, oh, they're going to do another movie, they're going to do,
Apparently it's that they're going to do a new series that isn't so much a reboot as a continuation of the existing TV series continuity.
Oh, okay.
And just messing with things from there. And beyond that, nobody knows what exactly it is, but it's in development as we speak, and we'll see.
Yeah. I mean, the answer is yes, because, I'm always open, to anything, that's fun like that. Absolutely. I'd love to know what it would be. And, it's been an honor to have played Buffy and been part of the whole sort of brand, I guess, So, yeah, it would be fun.
So you mentioned running into Louise Fletcher at one of these kind of shows a few years ago. Have you found in this kind of traveling carnival atmosphere that you've run into people that maybe you haven't worked with, but who you've admired or who you've seen in passing, and this premiere and that premiere or something like that, that you've ended up having, Buffy ends up having lunch, with the bandit, that kind of thing. Of course, you work with her, but anybody who you've been at one of these conventions with, you just struck up a friendly conversation with, it just kind of came out of the blue for you, came out of left field.
Well, it is fun to do these. First and foremost, because all of you guys, meeting all you guys and the fans come up to you. For me, it's very touching when someone comes up to you and it's like, you moved me, or you make me feel good, or you make me laugh, or whatever. I get very emotional about it. So it makes me feel good to know that I put a smile on your face, or affected your life in some way. So that's great.
I mean, you never know when you're going to get that story where somebody comes up to you and just gives you that personal history of a very difficult time in their life, or just seeing that movie made a difference for them, standing up for themselves, speaking up for themselves.
Yeah, I like hearing those stories. It's awesome. It's really awesome. It's better than reading like a fan letter. To meet someone face to face and give each other a hug. I don't know. I love it. I think it's awesome. And then also to see other actors, performers that I've worked with over the years, or we had mutual friends or whatever, and just get to meet each other or be, sort of see each other again after so many years. It's really cool. It's a lot of fun. So.
Have you ever missed? I didn't ask you about your Canadian hero, lovely and talented husband.
Yes, my Canadian husband.
What is it about this guy that what is it you like about him? What's so special about this guy over here?
Be nice.
Be nice, he said.
Well, Lloyd, my husband, Lloyd Eisler over here. He and I we met in a we met on a TV show, and I had to learn how to. He's a former figure skater, pair skater, skated for Canada for many years, did 5 Olympics and represented. With his partner Isabel Brasseur, and anyway, we did this show, and I had to learn how to pair skate. And I could skate like forwards and backwards, sort of, very simply, when I got to the show. But I had to learn how to be thrown in the air and caught and do all these crazy things on the ice. And he was my partner. He made me look good. So yeah.
Make your girl look good. Wake her hard.
Yeah. So he's amazing, and he coaches and runs the rink in LA and does power skating for hockey and stuff. Yeah. We have a great life, we have an awesome son, and he's just amazing. He's the best.
So one more for you, and I'll stop torturing you. Anybody else have one? I don't want to take time away from you guys. Bueller?
Anyone?
So, of all of these projects that you've done, do you have one that stands out as the most fun time that you had on set? It's always work. You got the paycheck, okay? But sometimes it's a little bit less like work than other times. Sometimes it's a matter of, the cast really vibes really well, your relationship with the director and the writers and the producers is really, really solid, and it's like reading each other's minds. Any of them in particular really, really sticks out to you as not just a great production, but a favorite memory personally for you?
Yeah, actually all of them, in a way. I can't say, like a lot of people say, what's your favorite movie you ever made? Or what's the one that stands out to you? They all do for all different kinds of reasons. Like, I shot this movie called The Phantom, which was not...
Slam Evil.
It wasn't not huge in the box office, but I made such great friends on that movie. Like, my stunt double and I are still best friends to this day. And we got to travel. Like we were in Thailand, in the jungle, in the middle of nowhere, and we went to Australia, and it was just a real adventure. Like every day was an adventure, and it's a great memory for me, and I had fun, and so I feel good about it. And we did good work, and we worked hard, so I like that one. Then I did this other movie called 8 Heads in a Duffel Bag, which didn't do really well. Joe Pesci was in it. But I never laughed so hard in my life than on that film, because the cast, like George Hamilton, and David Spade, and just everybody in that entire cast was Diane Cannon. It was every single second of every day was nonstop laughter, and so that's a great. It didn't do great in the box office, but it's such a great memory for me. So I have great memories, and I have pockets of favorites, or great experiences.
Do you have anything coming up? Anything coming out? Anything that I should be watching for?
Well, I had a Lifetime film out in January, and then I had a Hallmark movie out in February. And then I just did like a teen horror movie, and that comes out actually next week on Lifetime. It's called Killer Under the Bed. It's scary, and I play the mom, and it's fun.
Killer Under the Bed. Wonder what it's about.
Yeah. Maybe a voodoo doll, something like that. No, so it's two teenage girls. They're my daughters, and they find this voodoo doll in the shed at the back of the house we just bought. And all mayhem breaks out because
It's going to Lifetime?
Yeah.
Lifetime.
And the guys who made the Chucky doll made our voodoo doll, which was pretty cool. It was fun to work with the mechanical, all the special effects.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah.
So, do you think we can blow the roof off this place with Kristy, our first Q&A of the weekend?
Oh, yeah.
You're better than that for Buffy the Vampire Slayer. And we blow the roof off the place for Kristy.
Yes, I am. I'm here doing photo ops, and tomorrow, all day tomorrow and Sunday, so.
So everybody come over and see Kristy, and let's hear it for her one more time, everybody.